Hi everyone, welcome back to Golden Papery, and we are going to get started with our Plan With Me series. We are in week 3 of June, which means that there is one more week until this month is over, and I promise you that I can't wait for it to be over already. Just checking up here on my monthly calendar, making sure that I'm not missing anything. And then, honestly, I have not even looked into my priorities for the month. It has been very hectic as I predicted. This month and July is always crazy around this time of the year. Like I said, I am a data analyst for the education industry, and June and July are our biggest months. And so, yeah, that is where we're at. We are honestly just trying to get by, surviving. So, yes, welcome back to this week's Plan With Me series. I'm going to get started again with just choosing some of the highlighters that I'm going to be using for this week. We are trying to get updated with everything that I did not get to do last week. I was at a data conference in Chicago, and although that was very fun, the weather was extremely nice compared to what we have in Texas right now. But I basically did not work, right? I was trying to work in between sessions at breakfast time, during lunchtime. And so that left me with a lot of gaps that I had to do within the week. And so I did have to follow up on some check ins, and I am going to send out emails, catch up, and do all of that stuff this week because I do want to take some time off for next week for just personal reasons, but that is the landscape that we have at the moment. So you're going to see me kind of shifting back and forth to see what I need to do with the work. And apologies for that that video movement. I had a very active toddler that was trying to mess with the camera. So uh yeah, it's been a very rough week, as I mentioned last Monday when I uploaded that video. Basically, I had to go to the ER in Chicago, which was not fun. And so, on top of the unexpected expenses that come with going to the hospital and things like that, this is the reason why we prepare and budget within our finances so that when things like this happen, you have the funds to cover it. So, that was that. I'm recovering, so nothing serious in the way that it affected my health or body, but mentally and emotionally I'm trying to recover. And so I am going to try to take some time off next week, not this week, but next week for work so that I can have this week to just catch up. Yep, so that's a little bit about my experience in Chicago, but overall, it was great seeing a lot of the people that I have not met in person from the team, a lot of the newer people from the analytics team. And then because our organization is also within different regions, like in New York, DC, California, it was really neat to see how they plan out their team, their data with the resources that they have within their own region. So our organization here in Texas, it is the largest one. And so, for the most part, the things that we do here are completely different than what they do. So there was a lot of questions that were asked to, like, towards us. And I made some new connections. I'm going to be able to meet up with some of the people that, are curious about how I track certain data. And that's always good because it's good to hear different opinions and be able to teach. That's one of the things that I love to do. Showcase how I do my dashboards, how I, manage the data and things like that. So that was fun, but I'm very glad to be home. It was a very hectic flight back home. There was a storm, there was things happening with the airline. And so, honestly, at this point, I'm just happy that I am safely back home. I was able to spend time with my family. So, yes, we are off to a very great start for this week. I am adding some of the priority items that I have for Tuesday through Friday for work because we did not have Monday work day because of Juneteenth. And I'm going to go in through each day of the week, add in some of the meetings, the priority items as far as like check ins and agendas and data that I need to get out for this week, and also some of the strategy and tactical meetings. Lots of catching up. My manager was also out last week, and so I'm pretty sure it's going to be just a simultaneous catching up as far as like both of our priorities. And so it's going to be very quiet. I know that if I need anything from him, it's probably going to be a quick turnaround. I'm not sure I understand. If I'm able to ask this week. So, yeah, Siri wanted to make an appearance. But I have some things going on the weekend. I did have, or I do have a birthday party that I have to get to on Saturday, and so I need to purchase a present. And because I was out and not keeping track of Father's Day, I need to also purchase gifts for my dad and just people around me that I know I appreciate them and their knowledge and expertise when it comes to providing advice on a daily basis. So I also am adding my habits here, adding in my Bible study, my book reading, and I'm also going to add in my womanary course. Actually, no, I'm going to be adding in journaling for this week as well. But I'm going to keep track of that on a different area, probably on Notion. But I have not done anything with my Womanary Bible course, and so I do want to get that done this week so that I can finish that first session that I've been doing. It's just been crazy busy, and on top of being a mom, it's very hard to make time for yourself. And so that's one of the things that I'm really trying to do for this week, where I can just, even if it's sleep in on the weekends or waking up earlier throughout the week so that I can get alone time. Yeah, kind of reverse that, like, moms have to wake up earlier to get alone time for themselves, but it is what it is. And I'm quickly going to go in and add a couple of stickers that are going to remind me of some of the things that I have going on for this week. So, like I said, it's going to be a lot of catching up. It's going to be a lot of empty spots and spaces for tacticals and meetings. I definitely want to self-care this week, but I think the number one thing that I do need to do for this week is scheduling more like doctor's appointments. I realized that I need to schedule in, um, like get registered for physicals and checkups that I know that I don't do. And then also trying to figure out what's going on with these student loans. I do have a couple of student loans that I need to pay off, and so I've been following these court cases pretty closely so that I could figure out what's going to happen with that, but then also so that I can get the different resources that are available. And a lot of the to-do list that I'm going to have on the left side is going to focus on home and work priorities. So I know that I need to purchase some presents. I know that I need to do social media content managing for a couple of things, and I'm trying to put a better effort into that because I feel like I don't prioritize that. I do also have a website project that I'm doing, but because it's like a third party contracted, there's a lot of waiting around that I need to do. And they still haven't provided some of the information that I need. And so we're still kind of in like the adding, modifying, reviewing phases of the different pages that need to be on the website. So I for sure need to figure out what's going on with that. And there is a possibility that I may need to travel this week to South Texas to meet with that client, which is not fun. And it is a reason why I try not to take on any of these clients anymore that are not local because of things like that. Like, I would prefer not to travel if I don't need to. And then also, I have a couple of work items like a VPN ticket that I need to get fixed. VPN issues have been happening, and that means that I can't do my job at work. So, yeah, it is. I definitely need some time to just breathe and relax. On top of the fact that you may hear my sick toddler. So, thank you for just being accommodating and flexible with all of the videos that I'm able to put out here on YouTube because it is honestly a whirlwind of how things get shifted. And I think this is another thing that we need to remind ourselves to just take time for ourselves, take time to just self care, and yeah, all of that. So, there is a saying that when it rains, it pours, and that is exactly how I feel this week. And I am just trying to keep my faith open and strong and have that connection with God because I know that it's very easy to just say that this isn't working, something is wrong. And I can guarantee you that that is exactly how I felt last week. And, I had to definitely rely on family and friends to take me out of that mentality so that I can continue to be, the mom that I need to be for every single day, to be able to treat myself because, sick toddler, that means you're probably going to get sick. And just mentally, right? So just making sure that you are able to breathe and relax. And I know I keep saying that, but it's just very true that when it rains, it pours, and it's important to keep your eyes on the prize. And that means looking up above for when you need more support. So that is what we have going on for this week. Like I said, a lot of open spots, which I don't like to see, especially in a personal size planner. But I have to be very upfront that more things get on the planner as the days go by. And so if you follow me on Instagram, I tend to post, like on Wednesday Bible study sessions or closer to the end of the week, right before the new week. And so that is something that I know will get filled up. I have not even done my finances, and so I do need to take time this week to get that updated as far as my school fund or school tuition fund for my toddler, and then also the farm equipment that I'm trying to pay off within the next couple of months. So yeah, this is June week 3, y'all. I have also been following a lot of Instagram accounts that go with the, planning. And so if you have any ideas, feel free to catch on and post anything or tag me in it so that I can see them. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to comment how your day is going for the week. We'll see you next time.